How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You can never win an argument. Reading as many books as I've read and going into debate classes in college, I used to think that arguments were the way to get people to understand where you were coming from. I used to think if I had a more logically sound argument and I presented this to somebody, that they would see the logic in the argument. But 9 times out of 10, when I think back on those situations, I was burning bridges. And you probably are doing this consistently in your life too with arguments. You see, the truth about every person that you come in contact with is that no one really truly asks for your opinion on anything. It really doesn't matter how much you know if ain't nobody ask you shit. This is still something to this day that I'm working on, but I'm learning to accept about every person that I come in contact with. To make a person get along with you, sometimes just go along with what they're saying. Even if you disagree, the person is entitled to have whatever opinion on anything they want. When I talk to anybody about flat earth, I definitely disagree with the flat earth crowd. However, though, I've heard some compelling arguments amongst flat earthers that make me go, maybe that could be possible. Truly, I'm not going like what's possible. I'm just going along with it so I don't have to argue with the person. Now, I'm also not saying that in certain points of your life, you don't have to be assertive with how you feel about certain things. People definitely need to hear you out sometimes when you feel like your emotions aren't being helped, but this leads to another point. If a person is not even willing to listen to how you feel about something and wants to argue with you about how you feel about a situation, maybe that's just not a person you need to be around. Arguing with people leads to nothing but burnt bridges, that's all. You really don't know truly how you affected the person after you made the argument that you made. You could have possibly embarrassed them in some way. Might need to make a part 2. Y'all let me know if you want it. Stay